We are inside and under the roof tonight here at Rogers Centre in Toronto, Ontario. Here it's the second of this four-game series between the Elite and the Huskies. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Jose Urquidy is on the mound for game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Acuna digs in now, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Underway in the second of 4 here this weekend as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, they lost their last game. It was only by 1 run. They should be able, those are the tough ones, but they should be able to put this one behind them.
2-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now.
Wow, third pitch of the game. That looked like a pretty good pitch. If that's called a ball, it could be a rough night for the pitchers tonight.
Swinging on 3-0, and he can't keep it fair, so it'll be 3-1 now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. Oh, what a stop on the slide. He is out. And what a vital play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard.
The shortstop, Chisholm.
Stepping in, Jazz Chisholm. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. First pitch of the at-bat.
One thing I'm going to keep my eye on with this young starter on the mound is how he's able to stay ahead of hitters. It makes pitching at this level a lot easier. And when you're trying to establish yourself in the big leagues, you're going to have a much better time doing that if you attack hitters from the get-go.
In for strike 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line drive to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
That was a well-executed pitch right there. Change-up down and away, but he just got beat with it. Nice job to flip it the other way into the outfield for an opposite field base hit.
Here now is Juan Soto as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. That batting average for him at .355. Home runs up to 30 now, and 124 runs driven in. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
And it's 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. From the stretch.
Inside, ball 2.
Chisholm, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Harper has a read on it. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
The average for him sitting at .312 on the season. 34 home runs and 91 runs batted in. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Can't do much with that one. It's 1-2. from the stretch.
I got to count 2-2.
Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. On now to the bottom of inning number 1 with no score after a half an inning. Michael Kopech, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Corey Seager, he'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Huskies, the shortstop, Corey.
Now the pitch.
Seager.
Swung on and chopped up the middle. Torres has it, and the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Batting second.
Chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Mark, what needs to happen for them to get out of this rut?
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup and one thing jumps out. The fact that there is a ton of swing and miss up and down the lineup. They lead the league in strikeouts, and I'll tell you what, could become a big problem today if this guy's hitting the outside corner.
Ji-Man Choi the next to hit, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 261 the average coming into action here. 13 home runs and 48 driven in. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
The 1-2. Hit down the line at first. The flip to the pitcher covering, as that will retire the side. Plate now is the designated hitter, Mitch Haniger. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting race.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
First pitch of the at bat. Too high to start the inning. It's 1-0. Hit high in the air down the right field line, and that'll get down for a base hit, and now it'll rattle up against the wall. So a base hit here to start the inning, and he continues to pile them up as we take a look at our league leaders in hits so far. And as you can see there, he's currently in 5th place in that department in the AL race. Striding in, Torres. He's, of course, a long ball threat, currently 3rd in the American League in that category.
Hey, D-Row, up steps one of the best power hitters in the game. And actually, he hit one out of the ballpark in his last game.
Yeah, and I hear you talk about all the time they come in bunches for the power hitters, and that's certainly the case right here. Better be very careful throwing anything.
And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Yeah, and I think this is the case of a guy trying to rush it, hoping to turn a double play. And instead of getting 2 outs, they get 0 outs, and runners are on 1st and 2nd.
Digging in, Taylor Trammell. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. First and second here with nobody out. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Williams is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the home team. And I'm locking in today on outfielder Nick Williams. Pretty swing at the dish, but in the outfield as well, this guy can go get it in the gap. Not the strongest of arms, but very accurate. Not a lot of guys are going to test it coming around third.
To the plate now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. One-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed, 1-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. No score here as we play inning number 2. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that'll drop into no man's land out there for a base hit. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Into the box, Nick Solak. And this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play one for sure and maybe a second. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
High in the air and deep to left center field. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made. And here comes the runner from third. And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball game.
One of the things you want to do as an offense, right, is stay fundamental and keep pushing. A great job there. Sac fly pushes the third run across in this inning.
Striding in once again, Jazz Chisholm. He reached on a single in his first try. Line towards center field. But this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and a runner left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Las Vegas leads this one 3-0. At the plate, Bryce Harper. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Strike taken up in the zone.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
Harper behind with an 0-2 count now. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
At the plate, Omar Narvaez. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Lays off 2-2 now. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
And that brings in Hunter Dozier. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Pitch on the way.
No, that's low.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Ball 2.
You know, he fell behind 2-0, Matty, but he battled right there and got right back in this count. An aggressive fastball middle of the zone.
2-2 to Hunter Dozier.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Juan Soto to the plate now, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Outside, that's ball.
Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
This is the only guy in the lineup that struck out so far, and now he finds himself in the hole with 2 strikes.
Shin high, that's taken for a ball. 1 out, nobody on. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
The designated hitter, Mitch Haniger.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the corner outfielder, Mitch Haniger. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. 2 out, nobody on. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Line drive to center field. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
I'm set with the 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Outside, 2-1. And he misses again, ball 3.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Taylor Trammell. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase, and they can't run it down.
Hey, last 2 pitches back-to-back off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this will be foul.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch, wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Hit out towards second, and this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And another runs across, as this is now a 4-0 ball game. The throw, and he's tagged out at second. That'll end the inning, but they do score 1 on the play. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Elite lead this one 4-0. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1.
Happ is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
And with 1 away, time for a quick check of the standings, and it'll show you that these guys had the division race all sewn up as they look forward to baseball in October. Now at the plate, Jesus Aguilar. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch on its way.
Ball. Down.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and 2 strikes now. Two and 2.
2-2.
The 2-2. Little chopper back to the mound. On to first, and there are 2 down. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see, he's right up there, 4th in the AL in that category. Stepping up to the plate, Nick Williams. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First pitch coming. Here it is. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Two balls and no strikes.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. Two great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Now the 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Lifted in the air to center field. Acuna is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. All set for the start of the inning. Standing in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Guerrero, a Canadian native. He was taken in the 2nd round during the 2020 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
2 balls and a strike now. The 2-1 home.
Ball, that's out.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
Hit down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Once again, a 3-2. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4. So he's aboard here with the leadoff walk, and this has been a very patient ball club so far this year as we view the league leaderboard for team walks. And you can see right there where they rank in that category. Digging in for his second at-bat, Nick Solak. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Down the third baseline. The 0-1 on its way.
Ball, that's inside.
He's going to be looking down at the third base coach right now, hoping he takes this bunt sign off. It's just a lost art in today's game.
Got it back in time there, and it's 2-1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. Line softly toward the hole. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he didn't try and do too much. He took what the pitcher gave him, got the front foot down, and was able to fist feed a soft liner over the infielder's head for a knock.
Now time called here as here comes the skipper from the third base dugout. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Kelvin Herrera answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. At the plate now, Ronald Acuna, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He hit a sac fly earlier. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
2-1 the count. 2-2.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
Full count now, 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Ready for another shot now. Jazz Chisholm, a hit in 2 tries so far. Here's the first pitch to him. 0-1 the count.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Big fastball is definitely this guy's MO coming out of the bullpen.
Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. Tight spot, bases loaded, nobody out. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Oh, and it misses ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count, and it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
Now to the plate, Juan Soto. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
The 1-0. Bases loaded here, nobody out. And he misses 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, from a pitcher's standpoint, sometimes the greatest pitch is the slider that backs up. He got away with that one, but he wants that thing to bury down the way.
Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone.
The first baseman.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. A strikeout and a line out for him so far. Fastball in there for a called strike.
0-1 the count.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. The double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
1 run scores. Now a 3rd runner heading for the plate. He scores as they push their lead to 8 now.
Some guys just rise to the occasion when the lights are the brightest, and he's definitely in that category. He's been a clutch hitter all year, and here's another in a long line of clutch ABs.
Yeah, and that adds 3 more ribbies to his already impressive total. Mitch Haniger the next to bat. Turned on down the line. This is foul for the first strike. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. From the stretch.
0-1. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Line drive, base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Now batting. Second base.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
In now, Torres. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Make it 9-0.
Usually when you score a lot of runs in one inning, like this inning, you're doing a lot of things right. And how about this? A sac fly to drive in another run. They have to be happy with this.
Stepping up now, Taylor Trammell. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope, that's down.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
The count now at 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals.
The count is 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Full count now, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Drilled to first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 9 men come to the plate, however, 5 of them score. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Elite are out on top, 9-0. Next at the plate will be Corey Seager. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Now here's the pitch. And he goes the other way with it, high and deep down the left field line. And this will bang up against the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
So now to the plate, Ji-Man Choi. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
Now batting, number 6.
So here's Jeff McNeil. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, and I know you want to lace a line drive or hit a potential home run, but I'll tell you what, grab the cheap ribby when it's there. Give me a ground ball middle of the diamond and steal a run.
Ball 1.
Ball 1.
I got 1 ball, 1
A man at third with 1 away. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Acuna's there for it. And he can't track it down as this ball falls. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
Well, you can see what happens here. He's so focused on lining up to make his throw that he forgets one small detail. You got to catch it first, so he gets tagged with an error, as well he should.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Acuna giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The batter, the catcher, Omar Narvaez.
Now at the plate, Omar Narvaez. He's set and the pitch.
That ball's foul.
Comes set and the 0-1. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. A ball that's carrying. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and 1 man left on base. We played 4 full. The Elite are out in front 9-1. Framber Valdez gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. So coming to the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
The third baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in a big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
To the plate now, Nick Solak. Popped him up. Choi has room in foul territory. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The center fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ronald Acuna. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0. Runner at first here, one man out. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Ball two.
And that misses. 2-1.
2-1.
Two and two now. Runners on first with one down. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Harper is over just a few steps to his left as he takes it for out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Jazz Chisholm.
So striding forward now, Jazz Chisholm. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Fouled away. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Striding into the box, Hunter Dozier looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he...
This is hit high and deep out to left. A ball that's tarrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, center fielder, Ian Happ.
Digging in the switch hitter, Ian Happ. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Changeup stays outside and it's behind 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
The 2-1 home is in there for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that? A dive, but he can't make the play, and it's down the left field line.
Well, the pitcher's got to respect that. Third baseman getting dirty right there, trying to save him some extra bases.
Into the box now, Jesus Aguilar. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike to.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Going back is the right fielder, and a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 21 for him on the season, and this lead has been cut to just 6 now.
When this one left the bat, I thought it was going to be an easy out to right, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and the right fielder gave it a great effort and almost brought it back, but no dice.
Up next will be Nick Williams. As he'll swing at the first pitch and bang one into right center field. That's a base hit. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Here's Corey Seager as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Liner towards second. That's in there. Base hit. Throw comes into third now, so they're at the corners here with only one out. Well, after being late on a fastball there, it looked like they did him a favor.
Yeah, Matt, that's surprising right there. I don't understand that pitch sequence. He blew the fastball right by him, sped up his bat with the off speed, and got hurt.
A shot down the first baseline. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 0-1 pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. A dive. He's got it. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Now batting, Juan Soto. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Pete Alonso. And he had that big 3-run bases clearing double in his last trip to the plate.
Outside, that's the ball.
And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1. And that's down into left center for a base hit.
Boy, D-Row, there's a case of the outfield defense playing so deep that that ball looked like it was extra bases all the way, but they were able to cut it off.
Yeah, not too many times I would agree. I'd love to hear your take on this as well. The no doubles defense, I kind of never understood it to begin with. I felt like the pitcher, if he can execute the game plan, could keep the ball in front of the outfielders, but right there, boy, I was wrong. That worked.
Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Grounder down the line at third.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher. You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take and a walk is the result.
Digging in now, Torres comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. Hit hard. Foul. That's taken up and in for ball 2.
Boy, this hole he's digging on the mound is all his doing. If you can't throw strikes, you're not going to be out there very long.
Ball 3.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
At the plate, Taylor Trammell grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. In there, and it's 0-2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. On the ground to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Digging in, Jeff McNeil. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. On the ground to second for Torres. Scooped up. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So 1 gone in the inning now, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Bryce Harper. Here comes the first pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, the catcher, Omar.
Into the box now, Omar Narvaez. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92. You can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Tony Barnett comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Digging in and looking for more, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And this is into the gap for his third hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
Now back.
Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and towering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
Standing in now, Nick Solak, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Happ is right there, 1 down.
The center fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Ronald Acuna. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Hit on the ground toward the left. He's got it. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
So frustrating, Dero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
Stepping in now, Jazz Chisholm. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. First and second now, 1 man out. Down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. On a line to shortstop. Now at the plate, Juan Soto. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-0.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
That's the ball.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at bat. One might be coming right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he misses. Ball 4.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. It's been a 2 for 4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1. Mitch Haniger would be next. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. And another foul ball. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Ranging back is Williams. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Last half of the 7th here. Hunter Dozier digging in now. No hits to this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
2 balls and a strike now. The 2-1 home. Fouled off. Here now the 2-2. Hit out towards second. Torres picks it up. And there's one away.
Now batter, the center fielder, Ian Happ.
Coming to the plate now, Ian Happ. A fly out and a single for him so far. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey.
The windup and the 0-1.
Hey. Well,
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Fielded cleanly. And the throw is a high one, but he's able to keep a foot tethered on the bag, and that becomes out number 2.
Now the designated hitter, Jesus Aguilar.
Striding forward now is the DH, Jesus Aguilar. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
And that'll split the gap, as it should be extra bases. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
So now to the plate, Nick Williams, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. And this will kick off the base of the wall. He's in at second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Into the box, Corey Seager, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. So far, 2 for 3 in this one.
1-1.
1-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. Lifted the other way out to left center. Soto is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now 9-4. Will Harris has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Next will be the designated hitter, Mitch Haniger. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now.
Mitch Haniger.
First pitch on its way. Hit the other way out toward right field. Harper is there to put it away for out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Now in the box, Torres. He was sat down on strikes in his last at bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
Ball 1 to start the at bat. Now the 1-0.
2-0.
Hey, not a good spot to be, down 2-0. This guy has some serious pop at the plate. I'm expecting a big hack here.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Taylor Trammell is on deck. Now a swing as he hits this one into the air, but this will be foul off to the right, out of play. Swung on and missed. 3-2.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Stepping in, Taylor Trammell. He's 1 for 4 for the game. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Harris features one of the biggest yackers in the game. Curveball's got a ton of movement. Ball 2.
And when you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is fall behind in the count when you're on the mound. That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
Skied into straightaway right. There to take it in is Harper, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the third base.
Stepping into the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
This could have been much worse for the first baseman here. He goes up for the throw, leaving his feet, and exposes himself to a potentially devastating collision. He's lucky he didn't get taken out right here.
So it's second and third following the error. And next to hit is the catcher, Nick Solak. Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. Willie Calhoun will grab a bat to pinch hit, and he'll do so with a couple of runners in scoring position here, but with 2 out in the inning. And he lays off there. 1-0. Career numbers against Will Harris. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Hit out toward second. Reined in. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. So no runs, no base hits, one error, and a couple of men left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Elite on top 9-4. Willie Calhoun will stay in the ball game, taking over the catching duties behind the plate. Settling in now, Ji-Man Choi. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Leading off for Toronto, the first baseman, Ji-Man Choi.
Josh Hader is on his way into the ball game now as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year. First pitch of the at-bat, and that's taken for strike one.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Joey Bart is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Joey Bart.
A pause and the 0-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Into the box now, Jeff McNeil pulls this one into the air out into right field. Right fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Number 3.
Here's Bryce Harper now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Now here it comes.
Ball, that's in.
The 1-0. Right side defense aligned perfectly. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Tyler Webb enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. At the plate, Ronald Acuna. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
The center fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way, and it's fouled away. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Here it comes, 0-2. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
1 and 2.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
That's an excellent at bat right there. Fell behind early 1-2. Didn't panic or start chasing pitches out of the zone. He's able to lay off 3 pitches in a row, and he's standing on first with no outs. That's a great job.
Digging in once again, Jazz Chisholm. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day, and he's back in standing. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A high fastball is in there. Runners off for second. And he falls behind 0-2. He'll try it again from first. Pitch outside. The throw. It's too high, and he's in there at second with a stolen base.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
Taken for strike 3, the throw. And he nails him at third. Great throw.
Oh, man, that couldn't have been much more deflating for this offense. Kind of a suspect decision to go for third with 2 strikes, and it doesn't work out, so it's a strike him out, throw him out at third. Not the best turn of events.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Standing in, Omar Narvaez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Ball 2 now.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Soto is there, and that is a big first out here to start inning number 9.
Now batting, third baseman, Hunter Dozier.
Ready once again, Hunter Dozier. He was a ground-out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line toward right center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
In now, Ian Happ standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. On the ground to the left side. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jesus Aguilar.
Now at the plate, Jesus Aguilar. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Fastball swung on and missed.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
The 2-1 is looked at for ball 3. Hot shot down the line, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. And look out, that's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that never-say-die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
Coming to the plate now, Nick Williams. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
He's got it, and the Elite have taken the first 2 games of this series on the road as this one is over.
Yeah, these guys don't care where they play. They've now taken the first 2 of a 4-game road set, and they're guaranteed at least a split. Now we'll see if they can take the series tomorrow.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. Las Vegas pick up win number 107, best in the division. Michael Kopech earns win number 15 on the year. Jose Urquidy worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Fans, our final line score. First,